Happy Monday, all you mentees. This is the Uncanny Omar, and today, my daughter...
Alicia, hello.
Hello. Alicia is joining me to do an advanced overview of the Steranko is Revolutionary king-size book from Marvel Comics, so please stay tuned. And welcome back, everybody. Now, before I get started, I want to give a huge thank you to David Gabriel and the folks at Marvel for sending us an advanced copy of this book. And a big thank you to my assistant today, Alicia. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted her to help me kind of show you all how huge this book is. That is my 8-year-old daughter, and that book is humongous, and we're going to compare it to the size of other books here in a second. But before we do, Alicia, can you please show us the spine of this book? Perfect. And the back, please. Alright, now this book is due out in the direct market on August 26th. So that is places like cheapgraphicnovels.com, instocktrades.com, Tales of Wonder, and of course your local comic book shop. And it retails for $125. Alright, Alicia, let's turn it back around. And there's that Steranko cover. Now, let's compare it to the size of other books. Here it is compared to the size of an Epic collection, which is a trade paperback. So this is about the size of a comic book. I'll be doing an overview of this tomorrow, by the way. And here it is compared to the size of an omnibus. And you all know how tall these omnis are. They get pretty big. And I'll be doing an overview of this next week. This is the War of the Realms omnibus coming out sometime in September. And here it is compared to the size of a Marvel Treasury edition. And I've already done an overview of the Grand Design Omnibus. And here it is compared to the size of a DC Absolute. As you can tell, this book is huge. And here it is compared to the other monster size and king size book that I have. Thank you, Alicia. And here are all the spines together with the Marvel logos on top. Alicia, you are stronger than I thought. So let's get this open and take a quick look at it. This is, I think it's the 5th book in the line of just humongous Marvel monster king-size book. And of course they gave it to the man himself, Jim Steranko. There's a forward here by Howard Chaykin. Here again are all the people that helped bring this book together. Here's the table of contents. So collecting Strange Tales 151 all the way to 168. And Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. 1, 2, 3, and 5. So, not everything that the Omnibus collects, but I think it really captures the best of the best. So, it does collect the early issues of Jim Steranko before he started writing and before he drew the entire thing of Strange Tales. So, it's got Stan Lee's writing, Jack Kirby's layouts and artwork, and of course Jim Steranko on illustrations and finishes. So you can definitely tell this is Jack Kirby's layouts when it comes to panels. Because by the time we get to Jim Steranko, it's a whole different type of ball game. But this is where you would find the tales of Nick Fury before he got his own series throughout the pages of Strange Tales. And like I mentioned, some of these have already been reprinted. Actually, all of this has already been reprinted in the S.H.I.E.L.D. Omnibus. This is just more showcasing Steranko's wonderful artwork again. This is when he is with Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, but let's move on a little more. Let's get to some of those pages when he is writing the book. Yeah, here we go. He took over Roy Thomas, so by now he's plotting and he is doing the entire artwork. But I mean, let's get to this kind of stuff. The almost psychedelic mashup with pop art where the layouts are so strange and unique for the time and they break all kinds of rules. He is no longer just sticking to inside the panel. He is coming outside of the panel. So this is a lot different than what Jack Kirby was doing at the time. And this is what I meant by psychedelic almost. There's the 9-panel layout, but you almost have photorealistic artwork mixed with pop art. And that is what he's known for. He did artwork for the pages of X-Men. He did some Captain America stuff. And here he is writing and drawing the whole thing, with the exception of the letters, of course. There's the man, Nick Fury. I love when Nick Fury starts donning his one-piece jumpsuit. It looks like a super... Well, he is a super spy. But, let's see. Here we go. This piece right here. No, something super slick about that. So what's interesting about Jim Steranko that during this time, this guy, I swear he's a legend. He was working at an ad agency. He was drawing comic books during the day, and then at nighttime, he was in a band. Look how awesome. That is a splash page, right? That's freaking awesome. But yes, and he was also in a band, which makes his life so much cooler, right? He was in a band and drawing comics. How awesome is that? I always get rock stars and comic book artists and writers, put them in the same boat. Let's get to the pages here of when he's drawing S.H.I.E.L.D. Look at that. Man, that looks amazing. And this kind of makes me... I can't believe I sold my S.H.I.E.L.D. omnibus a few years ago. Or no, I traded it. I traded my S.H.I.E.L.D. omnibus for a couple of other omnis that I wanted. Fool! I should have kept it. It makes me miss this omnibus. But honestly, towards the end of his S.H.I.E.L.D. run, he started just almost... It didn't feel like it was Jim Steranko. It wasn't like he was breaking the all kinds of rules and barriers, but not stuff like this, like he was doing towards the middle of his run. This is when he started getting experimental and just awesome. I would put this up there with Steve Ditko. That's the other giant-sized book, Steve Ditko book. Now, this king-size book has 336 pages. Yes, this is the stuff. So this is what got a lot of people to start reading S.H.I.E.L.D. Was just, look at that. That's awesome. That is the title of the book. Oh, man. And Joe Sinnott is inking at the time. This is the silent part of the issue. There's something that happens in issue 2 that everybody talks about. Let's see if we can look at it really quick. So here's issue 2. Again, he's trying new things, but there was something that they had to change because of those guys right there, which is the comics code. And that is a scene with... There we go. So this is the infamous page that had to be changed. You could probably tell there's a lot of innuendos right here, but it's pretty straightforward. And I think the panel that had to be changed was this right here. I think initially the phone was off the hook. And then this had both of them, like, I think hugging each other. I think they were both on their knees, holding each other. So the comics code said no, and he had to change some things. But that's the infamous page, which still works. I think you kind of know what's going on. Maybe. But here, oh man, look at that. This is just amazing the way it looks. I wish I had the original omnibus to compare the size, just to show you all how huge it is. And as I mentioned, it doesn't contain all the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or all his work he did, but I think this is the meat. This is really what was great about Steranko and why S.H.I.E.L.D. became the book that it was, and why he became the artist that he was. That he went on to do artwork for movie posters and things like that. And of course, the one thing I remember about Steranko is, of course, the Polaris picture from X-Men. Yeah, I realized Kirby was doing something similar at the time too, but I don't know. It just... Steranko was a different, cool, sleek type of effect to his art. For the sake of this video, censoring this page over here in case you've never read it, and here are the covers to Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. 6, 7... And this is the covers to Nick Fury and his Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This reprints his stories from Strange Tales, and oh my gosh, that's freaking awesome. This is the special edition that came out in the early 80s. If only my bookcases could hold books just like this. Can you imagine an omnibus size this tall? It would be insane, because I know there are people that are like, man, omnis are too big already. It can always get bigger. This is, of course, original artwork. Oh, no way. Okay. So this is what I was talking about. Yeah. She's on her knees holding him, and there's the original phone off the hook. That is a cool extra to have in the back. So this is the way that he intended it to be shown and drawn, but the comics code said no at the time. I think when it was reprinted later, like during a complete collection, they went back to that. This is the concept cover for Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. issue 5. Again, the book has 336 pages and retails for $125. And there is the house ad. As far as the binding, it is sewn binding. And not that you all need to see because of the splash pages you've seen already. But just in case, there's that small eye. But honestly, the pages are so huge. You see how well it just lays over. I mean, we're on page 4 right now. And you see how well the book just lays over. Opening up nice and wide. And the few splash pages that you saw in the back, they open up nice. Such as the case of this badass cover. And you can purchase this book from our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for brand new graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off the cover price. Cheap Graphic Novels prides itself on packaging your books so they arrive safely and in excellent condition, as well as prompt and helpful service. And check out their bargain bin for even greater deals up to 90% off cover price. And for you minties, Cheap Graphic Novels is running a special promotion. If you're a first-time customer, let them know you were referred by Near Mint Condition at the checkout, and you'll receive a credit for free shipping on your next order. Now, this is only for U.S. customers. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discounts, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was the contents of the book, the build of the book, and of course the page count. Let me know in those comments down below if you're collecting these monster-size, king-size books, or if they're just not for you. I would love to know all those comments down below. Thank you again to my daughter Alicia for helping me.
Bye.
Wait, not yet, not yet. Please don't forget to hit that what button? Like, that's right. And ring that bell for notifications. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And more importantly, please everybody stay healthy, stay safe, and much love to all of you.
Bye.